Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, and may the force be with you. In December, the new Star Wars is going to be out, the final episode of the saga. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I thought, why not teach you Photoshop with a really cool Star Wars fan composite? This is the final result. This is going to be a 3-episode series. The episode 1 is all about extracting and putting the different elements of the composites together. Episode 2 is going to be all about color correcting, making sure everything matches in terms of colors. And episode 3 is going to be doing shadows and final touches. Okay, so follow me and let's do some Star Wars fan art. Let's go. Oh, sorry, wrong intro. Let's go. All right, so just so you know, this is a mixed up of different photos I got on the web. All the links of all the photos is there. I don't owe any of the copyright. This is purely belongs to Disney. But this is just an exercise to teach you Photoshop and have fun with Star Wars. So you have all the links of all the files which you need, plus some of the stuff is from me. For example, I went a year ago to the Imperial Tools with my good friend Duncan, and we took a whole bunch of photos there, and we're gonna be using this for the full round of this composite. So here I am in Bridge, and you can see this is all the different elements that this and this is my photography, and all the rest, oh, and the sun also is my photography. This was shot in Paris, and this was shot at the border of Mexico. This is what we're gonna be using for the different composites. So download the files, put everything in the same folder. Also, I'm giving you some special free brushes that's gonna go with this composite. So download everything, the links are below the video, so we can get started. All right, so the first thing I advise you to do is open the file called Star Wars Ray Test JPG. So I'm in Bridge, I'm on the folder where I have everything. You should be able to know that. If you double click on a JPEG file in Bridge, it's gonna open that file in Photoshop. And that file is 4,000 pixels large. It's good enough, it's gonna be our base, okay? So I'm gonna take the lock here and put it in the trash, and I'm gonna call it final result surge, for example. So I'm gonna use it to make sure I position stuff easily, and you can do the same. It's a great way because I like that composite, and I actually want to do it a little better because while I was doing this composite, I realized that it's the wrong place to put her because there's no footstep in the sand. So I'm gonna put her here, but apart from that, the rest is gonna be pretty much the same. Okay, so what I advise you when you do a composite like this, which is, out of the blue, is to start with the furthest element. And what is the furthest element of this? It's the sun. So I go to Bridge, and I take my sun and I just drag and drop it over my file. And it's putting the sun there. I'm gonna make sure I'm just gonna drag it here. Anything that you drag from Bridge or from the Finder or Windows Explorer or from another planet is gonna become a smart object in Photoshop. A smart object is just an object where you can do non-destructive things to it. That's the difference. You will see further on. So, okay, now we got the base, we got the sky, hey. So now, what is the less further away? We have the mountains. I'm gonna take these mountains here, I'm gonna drag and drop them here. Okay, and here they are. So I'm gonna make this big enough so that it completely covers the canvas, okay? And I'm gonna roughly position it here. And if you want to know how to position it good, what you can do is take the final results surge and put it on top here, okay? And I can lower the opacity like maybe 70%, okay? And then I'm gonna go where the mountains are. So let's call this mountain. It's very important, especially when you're starting in Photoshop, it's very important to name your files. So this one is gonna call mountain. And there's a shortcut you have to know if you want to learn Photoshop. It is Command-T on a Mac and Control-T on Windows. I'm going to use it through these episodes all the time. And it's called the free transform. So I could go here, edit, transform, free transform. See, it says Command-T, but I'm just going to press Command-T. Okay, and with that, I can move my mountains and I can actually align them roughly to what I originally did. I don't need to have the exact thing. What is important though is that they really, they are covering the entire canvas. Okay, that's good. Good enough for me. This I can turn off. Okay, so now we have the mountains. Oh, made a mistake. The mountain has to be all the way to the canvas. Okay, we're good. So now I need to, basically I want to get rid of the sun, of the sky here, of the mountains. And then I'm going to put the foreground in front. So for now, let's get rid of the sky. So to get rid of the sky, what you can do is go here and take the famous quick selection tool. And I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to brush on the sky and here, everywhere. And yeah, and that should be good enough. Now these mountains are going to be far, far away. Not in a galaxy far, far away, but far, far away. So there's going to be haze over it. So, you know, even if the selection is not precise, it doesn't really matter. So once you have a selection, okay, if I press this little mask here, what's going to happen is that it's going to basically show the sky and not everything else. So Command Z to undo. If you want, when you select the sky, to hide the sky, you have to hold on the Option key or the Alt key and then click here on the mask. And boom, now we have just the mountain selected, and it created a mask. Now, a mask in Photoshop is black conceals, white reveals. And if you want to see what the mask looks like, well, there is only one way to find out. You hold on the Option key and you click on the mask, and you can see, I can see that anything which is black is not going to be visible. So that was my sky. Now, you see here, that's not good to have that because that can create some lines in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which is the rectangle tool, and I'm going to make a selection here. And I want to fill this with black. And you see I got weird colors here. So if you press D on your keyboard, D for default, it's going to put always white as a foreground color, black as a background color. So black is background. Now, if you go to Edit, Fill, you have different options here. What I want to do is I want to fill this with black. So I'm going to go and take the background color, or I can take black. It's going to be the same thing. I can go black to be sure. Okay. And Command D or Select, Deselect, you see it says Command D, is going to take off this little marching ant, which is a selection. So now I got a clean mask, okay? And if you want to go back and take that mask out and see the photo again, you just hold on the Option key and you click again on the mask, and it's going to go back to normal. Okay, so now we have the mountain. It's incredible. So next element, we go to the bridge, and I'm going to take the Tatooine photos that I shot in the Imperial Dues. Now, what is Tatooine?
What a desolate place this is.
That's right, C3PO. It's deserts. So I went with my good friend Duncan and we shot the desert. Now I got two photos that I want to basically use for this. First, I want to develop them in camera raw so they kind of fit. So I'm going to select both of them. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say open in camera raw. And then I'm going to take the first one. Oh, I already did. So what I did is I opened up the exposure a little bit on this one. And I think I made it a little bit more magenta. Maybe add a little bit more yellow. And what you can do is you can go here and you can select all. And then you can go here and then say synchronize settings. And leave the default option and click OK. So whatever I did on the first photo has not been done on the second photo. And I can look at them. I'm going to click on done. And now they are here in Bridge being retouched. Okay, I'm going to take the first one. I'm going to drag and drop it into my canvas. I'm just going to click OK. Because it's a raw file, it's going to reopen Camera Raw. And I want to make this pretty big. And I want to invert this. I want the hero to be here on that. So I can right click, flip horizontal. Okay, here we are. And again, I want to position him. So I'm going to press enter. I'm going to go back here and put this one back on. And here I'm going to press Command T. And you can see I'm looking at this, at the sand. I just want to put it at the same level. All right. Okay, enter, perfect. I'm going to take that out. It's just like a little thing that helps me place things, you know. Okay, and we need to do some work on this image. I need to make sure that I need to include the rest that's missing. And I need to take my good friend Duncan out. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to right click and I'm going to rasterize the layer because I want to erase Duncan. So now I need to erase Duncan. So I'm on this foreground layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into W or click here for the quick select tool. If you got a Photoshop that's recent, you can just click here, select subject, and it's going to make an amazing selection of your subject. If you've got like a very old Photoshop CS6.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
That's right, Obi-Wan. Then that's a problem because then what you can do is you can take the quick select tool and just, you have to Z to zoom in. W for the quick select tool, or you click here, and then you just brush over Duncan until he's selected. But yeah, and you have to brush here also. Command D to undo, but check this out. If I just do W for the quick select tool and select subject, it's going to do it for me. Now, if I want to erase him, I could go to Edit, Contour Aware Fill, but you see there's like a ghost of Duncan still there. Now that's a problem, so I'm going to cancel. What you need to do is go to Select, Modify, and expand your selection by about 10 pixels, okay? And now if you go to Edit, Contour Aware Fill, check this out, boom, he's gone. And so you see output settings, it says new layer, make sure you do current layer. So I just want to erase him for that layer. Click OK. And now he's still there. Command D to undo, and Duncan is gone. Now I need to mask out the sky. So again, W is going to be the key I'm going to press the most because W is a quick select tool. I'm going to make a selection of the sky here. And yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. So, and I'm going to press the Alt key on my keyboard and on the mask here, and boom, the sky will be erased, okay? Now, the selection, it's not really super well done here, and it's kind of important. So now we're going to do something which is called fine-tuning a mask. So I'm on the mask, and for this, I'm going to take a brush, press B for brush. You can press here, brush, okay? Right-click, make sure you have like a feather brush, and put the hardness at 82% or 80 something. Okay, I'm going to make it small, very small, and I'm going to put it at 100%. Okay, and remember, black conceal, white reveals. I want to erase that, so I'm going to press X so that black is my foreground color. So I repeat, I got a brush that's 100%, very strong black, and it's very harsh. Because it's 82% harsh. Okay, and check this out. So I'm at 300%. I zoomed in at 300%, and I'm just going to go here and clean it up. You see, I'm going to follow the sand. And if you hold on the Shift key, you can basically, it's going to do all the in-between steps. I want to erase that. Or maybe not that. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Just that little blue here, that's kind of annoying. There's a little blue left. I just want to erase that. Okay. Just to clean up that mask. Okay, and you can hold on the space bar to see, okay, this I want to clean up maybe. So don't forget to hold on the Shift key as you do that. And, you know, it's just a little cleanup of the mask. It doesn't really matter that much. It's pretty clean. Oh, here we got like a weird edge. And don't forget to use the space bar. Space bar is your friend, my friend. Okay, and you can even go in first. Okay, now it's clean enough for me. It's going to work enough. So now let's go to bridge and let's get the other part and let's put it here. Okay, click OK. By default, when you put in an image, it's a smart object and Command T is on. So I'm going to press this here and I'm going to position this like this. Okay. All right, and you can see it's still Command T, maybe a little more like this. You can see it's way too dark. So what I can do, and usually what I do when I'm going to blend this together, I'm going to do a curve. Now don't flip out a curve, it's super simple, but I'm going to do a curve directly on the image. And for this, there's no other choice than pressing Command M for curve. And the way the curve works, I'm just going to make it simple. If you go up, it makes it brighter. If you go down, it makes it darker. I want to make it a little bit brighter, it's a bit more the same color, something like this, and press OK, and that's it. And it's there. You see, because it's a smart object, the curve is there. I can take it out, I can put it back. It's here, it says curve now. Okay, that's good. I'm liking this. So now I need to blend this. So I'm going to go back. Actually, I'm going to put this on top. Yeah, I'm going to put this one on top. And oh, I need to take care of the sky first. So, okay, let me take this off. I just need to erase the sky on this one. So, W, remember the famous W. It's going to be here for a while. And then a little selection. Hold on the Option key again. And boom, sky is gone. But you see, if I look at you see here, there's something weird here. We have a little line here. Okay, we have a little line here. And you see it did something weird. That sometimes happens, so we have to clean that up. So we're gonna take a brush. Remember, black as foreground, 100%. We are still at around 80. And I'm just gonna clean up that mask really fast. And I'm just gonna clean that up. And here you see it's a bit jaded, so I'm just gonna go here. And I'm holding on the shift key. Always hold on the shift key when you do that. And I'm just, basically eating up some of these edges. It takes 2 seconds. If you hold on the shift key, it's much faster. Okay, cool. I'm liking this, so I'm gonna put back the other one. Okay, perfect. So now we need to blend the two. And so I'm on this mask, so I'm on this foreground, this one. I'm gonna take a brush, but this time I want a blending brush. I wanna blend two things together. So that brush, I'm gonna, instead of it 82%, I'm gonna make it 0% hardness. I want a very soft, very sweet, nice brush, like super cute. Yeah, that kind of brush. Any tool in Photoshop can become bigger or small by holding the Control and Option key. So Control and Option, boom. And so now I got a nice soft brush, and I'm just gonna brush away. Oops, I'm on the wrong Command Z. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong mask. I should be on that mask, which is the one on top here. And you see, I'm brushing this, and I'm blending this together, trying to make some kind of sense. Okay, and if you went too far, you can just press X, and it's gonna brush some white, and it's gonna blend this. Now the good thing is, like, nature is very random, so already that looks kind of cool. Here I need to go in more, so I'm gonna take B again for the brush, but this time I want a more hard brush because I want to erase this. Oh, Command Z, wrong. Command Z to undo. I had white as foreground. So when you brush, and if you've got the wrong, you just press X, that's the wrong, you press X against the right, you get it, X. So black erases and white puts it back. Okay, cool. And now I blended here. I'm happy with that. Oh, something is weird here with the mask. So let's go on the mask here with holding the Alt key. B for brush. Make sure the harness is very hard. And let's just clean up that mask. This should be all black. This should be all black here anyway. Because on this part, I'm only using this section here. So if I hold on the Option key, it's clean. Okay, and this mask here, I'm gonna make this black like this, and that should be cool. I hope, no, I messed up. Okay, Command Z to undo. When you do something stupid, you do Command Z. No, that's good, that's good. I'm not gonna touch that mesh. I think I'm good. I don't think I've got any issues. Yeah. Okay, so now I can take these two layers here, and I'm gonna blend them. So I'm gonna right click, merge layer, and I'm gonna call it foreground. I don't know where there's an at here, foreground. Okay, perfect. So now we have the mountains, the foreground. Now between the mountain and the foreground, I want to put the Star Destroyer. So I'm going to go between the foreground and the mountain. I'm going to drag and drop the Star Destroyer. Now I've always wondered if the Millennium Falcon is faster than the Star Destroyer.
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Sorry, Han. Sorry, I got it. All right, so now I want to make this bigger again. I'm going to put this on so I can see, and Command T to go back here, and I can see if it's just a little, index, a little repère, as we say in French. I'm looking for the English word for repère. A little mark. Yeah, it's a little mark. Okay, yeah, roughly. Okay, I've positioned it how I want it, so I'm going to take that out. Okay, cool. Okay, it's perfect, but I need to, of course, mask it. Now, again, I'm just going to press W, select subject. Check this out. Select subject, it's selected subject. And this time, because I want to keep it, I'm not going to use the Option key. I'm just going to press on the mask, and boom. So now we got the sun, we got the mountains, we got the Star Destroyer, which is slower than the Millennium Falcon, as Jan Solo just said. And we got the foreground. We're missing the Stormtroopers, and we're missing Rey. So I want to add Rey now. So Rey is going to go in front of the foreground. So I'll go in front of the foreground. All right. And now I'm going to take Rey, which is here. I'm going to drag and drop her. Same thing. I'm going to turn that on. Go back to Rey, Command T, and just position her roughly. Well, actually not. Roughly the same height, maybe a little lower. I want to put her here this time, not here, because then the where Duncan was, it just would make so much more sense. So okay, I'm going to take that out. And there she is. So now that's going to be the toughest masking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to W, again, the famous W, select subject, because I've got the latest Photoshop. And now on this one, we're going to use select and mask option. So I'm going to click on that. You have different options here. I'm going to go, you could do overlay on black, on white, but I like to do on layers so I can see right away what it looks like. I'm going to zoom in, and you can see there is some issue with her hairs here. There is some other issue. There's like a little halo all around her. That's kind of annoying. So first, let's take care of the hair. So here, the second tool is called the Refine Edge Brush. And I'm going to click on it. I'm just going to brush where we have some issue with the hairs. Make sure you don't brush too much, but just here. It's going to help, okay? But we still have, there's a bit of an issue here, maybe not. Here, there's something a little weird. But we've got like a little, all around her, there's a little fringe all around her. So what I'm going to do is, the fastest way to do that first, let's go to Edge Detection, click on Smart Radius, and maybe go like 1 pixel or 2 pixel. And that's going to try to help on that. But we still see, let me zoom in even more. We still see here a white line, and that could be visible. But check this out. If we click Shift Edge, I'm going to do it extremely. Don't do it too much, but like -20. Right, and now I feel, great. It's really cool. I like what it did here. Okay. It feels great.
So good.
It's perfect. Okay, so now here we have some issue. So you can go here and you can just say plus. I want that to be in, plus. Okay, oh, something went wrong here, Command Z. If you do something weird, Command Z, go back. Okay, yeah, so that, sometimes it does that. So we're gonna have to fine tune it with this tool. This tool is the same tool than the brush that I've been using. You can just brush and bring back, just like if we were using like a very harsh brush. So sometimes I do that when there's some like obvious things missing. And you can go through the whole, the whole thing and make sure nothing is missing. Like, looks like some part of her hand is missing here. Something is weird. So it's better off you take more than less, because we'll fine tune it later on. And I'll show you how to fine tune it. That's the longest part here. Maybe take some of that and some of that. Okay. All right, so we still have some work to do, but we got a basic retouching here. So I'm just going to click here, make sure that the output settings is just a selection. That's good enough for me. Okay. All right, so the selection is back in, and now I need to fine tune this. So I'm going to use the technique of the 82%. I'm going to take brush B for brush. Make sure you're on the mask. B for brush, 82%, black, 100%. I'm going to zoom in a lot, and with my brush, I will just, like I can see there's something maybe weird here. So if you press X, you press with white, you see, and then X is going to be black. And what I do is I hold on the Shift key. Now this is the boring part. This usually what takes the most part is refining mask, you know. And like, for example, if you think something is weird, you just go with white as foreground. Boom. You add the white, for example, here. Okay. Yeah, it's something weird. And X again. And then make sure you hold on the Shift key and you just follow what's wrong with this famous 80% brush. You just follow that and you clean up the mask. So remember, black, conceal, white, reveal. So now I'm painting with black, pure black. So it's taking this away. Voila. And now I got a selection that's much more clean up. Even so, Photoshop does a great job. You still need to, give him a hand. And I think that's going to be a good enough mask. I remember every time I tried this, it was always around the robe that we had an issue. Okay, and this is pretty clean. All right, so except that she's at the wrong place, so I'm going to put her here. Yes, exactly where the sun is supposed to be. Okay, perfect. I'm using the space bar to move everything. So now all I need is a Stormtrooper. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to drag and drop the Stormtrooper. You don't want to make sure Stormtroopers are not supposed to be small.
It's a little short for a Stormtrooper.
Huh?
Yes, Leah. Appreciate the advice. Command T. I'm going to make them smaller. It's just to give scale. Put them like maybe on that sand dune here. Okay, you know, in episode 2 we'll do episode 3 actually. In episode 3 we do all the shadows. So for now it looks weird. I'm just positioning things for now. Okay. Drag and drop this Stormtrooper. Okay, make him a bit bigger because he's going to be closer to the camera. Oops. Yeah. And no, you know what? I want his body to be here maybe. Yeah, here. And then these two, oh, I need to rename my file. So Stormtrooper. Okay, and this ones, I don't want their heads to be against this. So Command T, and I'm just going to put them, maybe make them even smaller. I want their body to be, to be behind the sand. Something like this. Okay, perfect. So now everything is extracted. Nothing matches. Everything's extracted. Everything looks kind of there, but it looks completely unnatural because we don't have the color correction. We don't have the shadow. If you can just like this video and leave me a comment and share it, that would be amazing. All right, so now in episode 2, we're going to color correct everything, make all the color matches, and in episode 3, we're going to do the shadows and the final touches. So may the force be with you, and see you in episode 2.